going on, YouTube? What is going on? Happy Wednesday. Oh. Figured I'd take a little break from work for a moment. What's up, David? Do a live stream for get back on some conference calls. What's up, Carl? Yep, not a lot going on here with the tank. Just staring at it a lot more these days. Did make it a point this morning to start testing alkalinity. I'm going to try to test it every day or every other day. About the same time. I tested it like, I think it was 8 o'clock this morning. So, try to get on the routine of that. Alkalinity was at 8 this morning. So, we'll see what it is either Thursday or Friday. But the only reason I'm doing that is because I've added quite a few corals in here. And, you know, just want to make sure that I'm keeping an eye on it. So what's everybody else up to? It's raining here. Yesterday was beautiful. Luckily we didn't get any storms or anything like that, but it's been raining all day. Looking at the sump, nothing wrong with that. I keep my cabinet doors closed so nobody gets in there. I do need to pull some chaeto morphi out. Somebody local is supposed to come get it. Whenever I tell them they can come get it. So I need to message them back. But yeah, it's about time to pull some of that out of the sump. Oh. Tell you what though, the rainy days make you just want to kick back. Just close your eyes. Firewall failover test. Hopefully it passes. Yeah, I've got a couple, one coming up here in about 15 minutes or so. So, sitting here and can actually get more work done from home than sitting in the office, but you know, I'll take either one. They told me to stay home this time, so here I am. Although I did go in twice yesterday, but it's only like a 3-minute drive from my house, so I got lucky. What's up, Reef to Steph? What's going on? Happy Wednesday. It is almost May, which is hard to believe. It's almost May. We did have a vacation scheduled. We were supposed to be leaving next Friday, and obviously that's been canceled. So, you know, it is what it is. Oh. You can see one side of the tank. This side of the tank's got brown algae on the back glass. Thanks, David. This side over here, the overflow box, and this side's getting some coralline algae on it again. So, probably just leave that stuff alone for a little while. I did clean the glass earlier today. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been able to see inside of the tank at all. It was filthy. Did do a water change this past weekend, about 9 gallons, and swapped out the carbon and rowaphos. So I do need to test phosphates and nitrates just to see where they're at, but I haven't gotten around to that just yet. Might do that later on this afternoon. Other than that, you know, just taking it slow and easy. I'm almost in shock of how well the last coral purchase, last two that I've done, how well everything's going. So I'm not going to change anything. Definitely not going to change anything. But then the tank's not normally this white. Normally it's more blue, but for the sake of the video, we're on white mode so y'all can see what's going on. And in the mornings it's super blue, and then in the evenings before the light schedule turns off, it's super blue again. So it does lighten up throughout the day a little bit, but for the most part it's just really, really blue. Do have some like brown, I don't know if it's diatoms or what, but it's definitely a brown algae. Just created an Instagram. Congratulations, you are now addicted to reef tanks. Instagram's a lot of fun. It's so simple and so easy. You know, share a picture, share a video, write a caption if you want, talk back and forth. And it's just very easy. The yellow tang's going to town on some of the algae. So, you know, I like reef to reef, and I do get on reef to reef a lot throughout the day, but the thread's got to be really, I don't know. I mean, I have to be very interested in it, especially if it's a very long thread. Otherwise, you know, I'm not about to skim through like 10 pages, but if you're gonna get on a reef forum, I'd probably say reef to reef, or maybe even the nano reef forums. I haven't been on that forum in a long time, but there's a lot of good information on Reef Central, but I don't think it's as active, and the interface of it's just old now. And with reef to reef, you can upload pictures from your phone, and it just works out well. So, yeah, hanging out midweek. Whenever the world settles down a little bit, maybe, I'm gonna look at getting some more fish. Otherwise, I'm just gonna save my reef money and try to build some funds there for some fish. I don't need to buy anything else. I mean, I've got everything that I need. The only thing that I guess, I just thought about this, the only thing that I might do is an ICP test. But, you know, as far as salt and all the other additives and stuff that I have, I'm good on those for a while. But I'll definitely be looking at some fish. And like I said, maybe an ICP test just to see. You know, I need to really get on a routine, just like testing alkalinity, and maybe do an ICP test once a quarter, just to see where we're at with the tank. Just replaced all of my Rody unit filters not very long ago, and I don't run it very often. I probably went about 3 weeks this last time without doing a water change, so I keep 80 gallons of 80-ish. I mean, I fill up 80 gallons of water. And that tends to last me a couple months, maybe longer, depends on how far I stretch out my water changes. So, you know, technically I only have to run my RO unit a couple times a year, but I do like to turn it on once a month or so, flush it out, just get some water running through there, make sure there's nothing sitting in there. Nothing fancy. I did think about this because I do have my Tunze scraper in the tank. They made the adapters for it that you can add to the wet side and the dry side. The dry side's nice because now it's just a small handle, and the wet side will, right now if the wet side and the dry side become detached, the wet side will sink into the tank, the bottom of the tank. But this new adapter that Tunze came out with will bring it to the surface of the tank. And that's nice because I have had to stick my arms in the tank a couple times to get the scraper off the bottom of the tank. And I think they're maybe 10 or 12 bucks a piece. I don't think they sell them as a set. Some people might not want the whole set, but I'll probably get one for the wet and dry side, just because I'd like to have the bigger grip on the dry side. Is what done? Almost done. Are you done?
Look at my picture.
That's a pretty picture. You drew all of them? Good job.
1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 left.
4 left? You can do it. So yeah, just a quick, like I said, live stream. Nothing new going on. I'll take you off the tripod, get up close, personal with the tank for a moment. So like I said, if you're not familiar, the Tunze scraper, it works great, especially with the metal blade on here, but it's just really narrow. And you can see how dirty that pump is from some type of algae, but I'm not too worried about the algae. I'm getting some glare there on the camera. Everything's doing pretty good, pretty good. This is the Tricolor Valletta, and it's starting to color up. I got it for $5. So this piece, I did have a big chunk of super glue over the top of it. You can see it's grown over the super glue, which is good. The zoanthids down here seem pretty happy to me. Acan's looking nice and plump. This piece was almost dead. It's hard to see there, hard to focus. And you can see there is some algae there on the left side of it. But it looks like it's growing. Yeah, I'm better about the changes than I used to be. That's for sure. So the big green slimer that I got did have some tips that were cut whenever I got it. Like for instance, this tip right there was all white, and it's growing pretty good. I didn't know how well it would like being so close to the power head, but it's doing pretty good. The hammer corals, I don't know why I have that glare on the top of my phone, but I might have the whites adjusted, just too much white. Hammer corals, you know, no complaints right now. Stylo's up there getting plenty of flow. So yeah, the bird's nest is doing all right. That little nub there on the left was a piece that broke off of the big green slimer, and polyps are out. It's looking pretty good. So no complaints from me. Side shot, which whenever I'm sitting at the couch, this is kind of the view that I see, you know, minus the window glare. But that's the angle that I get to see the majority of the time. There are some mushrooms back here. They just live back here amongst themselves. I need to take the screen top outside and spray it off, get some of the salt creep off of it. You can see the return nozzle's got some brown algae on it. And some algae on the pump there. But overall, I'm happy, I'm satisfied. So, All right, folks. I know it's been a quick one, but I need to get upstairs and I got 5 minutes to prepare for the next conference call, so that's what I'm going to go do. So you all stay happy and healthy, and I'll catch you on the next one.